Hey guys, Udub Ultra here. Welcome back to the channel. Bringing you a new video of Red Dead Redemption 2, and this is my first video playing on my new LG UltraGear 45-inch OLED monitor. Now this is a 21:9, so definitely a little bit smaller in terms of the aspect ratio compared to the G9, but still a wonderful screen so far, and I will be talking a little bit more about that in just a sec. Looking here at the settings though real quick, so I am playing this at a resolution of 3440 by 1440 with all in-game settings set to max and DLSS set to quality. Now also, just wanted to do just a quick reminder before jumping into some of my commentary on the monitor. But just down in the description, there's a few links in there. Just different ways to support the channel. There's a link tree where you can donate to and support the channel directly. 5% discount code off coffee and tea orders. And then also my current settings for this monitor. Now it's worth noting, there's just with how new this is, there's really no recommendations or profiles or really anyone else discussing online yet some of the best settings they found. So for the most part, I am running with a lot of out-of-the-box default settings here. Now, like I said, I did put a post up on my channel about this, just noting that I got this up and set up. Just want to let all of you know that I will be doing a overall first impressions video in a few days. I'm going to basically be doing a few POV videos over the next week or so, and then really getting after this weekend, I will then put up my first impressions video, just discussing overall kind of my thoughts and with just having used this. So my commentary here on this video, this is having put in about maybe 3 or 4 hours total of gaming, just trying different titles and things of that nature. First off, this monitor is beautiful. Colors look fantastic. It's probably not a surprise given that it's an OLED. It's a big deal considering that I'm coming from something like the original G9, which had, it's a VA panel, but 10 local dimming zones. So while it was bright and absolutely did have great colors, it was a great display, but like the overall contrast, especially because of the 10 dimming zones, dark environments especially just did not look very good. Now, again, it personally isn't something that bothers me totally, but when you compare that to then going to an OLED panel like this, I mean, it's amazing, right? I mean, again, I have LG C1 videos that I record as well for this channel, and so having an OLED panel like this, it's just night and day in terms of HDR performance. It looks beautiful in terms of color production and, again, that contrast. Now, of course, the obvious screen size. So, again, going from something like a G9, which is 32:9, to this, which is now 21:9. This is where I'm still grappling with, and again, I'll cover this more in my first impressions video later. While I don't have the same horizontal real estate, the vertical space of this display is a lot nicer than I originally thought it would be. So I've noted this before, and people have asked in comments when it comes to the G9, the vertical size of the monitor. It doesn't bother me, especially if you sit like at the proper distance from it. Again, it wasn't really noticeable, but now that I'm sitting in front of this display of this size, I'm like, oh yeah, this is actually pretty nice, right? The extra few inches you get in vertical real estate really does help. And another thing, kind of on top of that, in terms of just the overall gaming experience, but this has an 800R curve versus the 1000R curve of the G9, so it's a little bit more aggressive of a curve. And again, preliminary impressions, but so far I actually prefer this. I wasn't sure if I would like more of a curve, and I'm realizing I love it because I can sit closer to the screen, which then makes the extra vertical space feel better, right? Feel more immersive. And me being closer to the screen isn't necessarily an eye strain because that even just that little bit of extra curve really just makes the overall screen feel comfortable to sit in front of. Again, I will be covering a lot of this more, but just for right now, the monitor has been a lot of fun to play on. I will also address more in depth some of the PPI issues in that first impressions video, but so far, like I've noticed in gaming, it actually isn't. I would call it a non-issue gaming wise. Like I actually don't. The image seems perfectly clear, but desktop wise, if you're looking at text and things like that, I mean, it's super obvious that this is a much lower PPI. So that can be a bit annoying considering that. But again, I mean, this is primarily for gaming, right? And in gaming, for gaming perspective, thus far everything has looked gorgeous. So yeah, like I said, overall, just really excited. But in this case, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the commentary here and let you enjoy the rest of the gameplay. Let me know down in the comments if there's any questions you have at all. Like I said, this is gonna be pretty, I guess, open open format for a while in terms of each new video. If I change any of my settings, I will note that in the description. But with that, we'll just kind of let the ball roll here. And yeah, like I said, I'm really excited for more videos. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions on anything, and I'll talk to you later.
Easy, whoa. Easy, girl, you're okay. Yeah. Whoa, Barry. Come on. I ain't never touched it. You ain't got far to go. It's been hard to breathe in these ropes here. Bill, please. Deserve this? I hardly touched her. You gonna kill me, huh? Damn you! Did I interrupt a party? Jackass! Let's go, girl. Yep. God